And hello again, people. You join me on a very late evening. It's what day is it today? It is Wednesday today. On a Wednesday evening, and we are on a 2016 Mondeo, Ford Mondeo, and the fault with this one was the electronic parking brake on the rear. This side was not engaging. Was on the other side, not this side. Tested wiring, etc., etc. Turns out it was the ABS control module that wasn't sending 12 volts to it. So got a second-hand control module, thinking it would be a straight swap like most ABS control modules are. Put the new module on, bled the whole brake system, turned the ignition on, and nothing. Vehicle immobilised. No, wouldn't start, wouldn't crank. Dead basically. So did a scan on the vehicle, came up with incorrect VIN and immobiliser data in the ABS module, which is it when it dawned on me that obviously on the later ones they are coded with the VIN and immobiliser data, so that if you use one from a different vehicle you cannot start the car unless you program it to the vehicle. And as far as I'm aware, the only software that does that is Ford IDS. Now I tried to get it into Ford because this is a customer's car and I needed it doing it as quick as possible, but they had a 3-week wait on bookings. I didn't know anyone else with Ford IDS. One person that said they did have it didn't get back to me. So long story short, I bought it myself. So bought a cheap clone type version of Ford IDS, and took a while to arrive. Finally got it. Took almost all day to set up. Lots of software needed doing, updates, etc., to get it all to work. And then finally, I've actually got it to connect to the car. Now, initially, I went through the procedure to program the new module in, but it needs the data from the old module. So I have plugged the old module back in. I've put some jump cables on to the battery in order to give access to the module, because it's down here under the battery tray, to get access to it so I can plug it into the old one, get the data off it, and then the procedure on Ford IDS actually tells you to fit the new part. Then you fit the new part and it writes the old data to the new one, which is, I didn't realise that, so I've had to remove the battery again, and we're going to do it correctly this time. So we are connected to the car, and I've just tried to connect to the PCM. I wanted to see if it would do it with the ignition off, but it clearly doesn't. So we'll switch the ignition on. Radio off. So it'll say parking brake malfunction because it's the old module. There you go. Parking brake malfunction, service now. Anyway, so let me just see if this light's glaring a bit too much. Maybe turn it off. Keep it on low. So we've turned the ignition on. Yes, we would like to retry. Let's see how it goes. This car's been here for weeks, and do you want to report and restart the session? No. Start a new session. So it is a manual. Yep, that's correct. Network test, gathering vehicle data. So it's a Mondeo Durotorque turbo diesel injection STG V156, whatever that is, 2 litre manual. Network test, gathering vehicle data. So there's the VX Diag. It's a specific type. The ones you find on eBay don't work, apparently. So I've had to get this one from elsewhere. See what's happening. See, it's called a VX Diag Nano, I believe, or VX Nano.
It's plugged in. Yeah, VX Diag Nano. It's plugged in upside down at the minute, so I'll show you it once we're done. So just gathering vehicle data. I'll wait for this to load up, and then I'll be back with you shortly. So that's just completed now, and we shall go to module programming. Tick. Programmable module installation. You can see that. And it is the ABS module. I should really have the tripod set up. Could I get it set up? There's not much space really. If you see, I can't really put it anywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to hold the camera, I think. So ABS. Yeah, I forgot you've got to press the little tick in the bottom right corner. Set the ignition switch to on. We are on. During module programming, this module goes through a VIN verification process. Yep. 68353, 68353, yep, correct VIN. Please wait. Copy and load from the network. So last time this took quite a little while actually. I'll probably pause it and carry on filming as soon as it's done. I'll just carry on talking while this is loading with regards to this software. The installation process I actually did not do myself. I have a friend, a very good contact abroad in another country, who logs onto my computer, has done for years. Whenever I've got issues with automotive software or I need a specific type of driver for a VCI interface or anything like that, he's the man to go to, and he's always at the end of the phone, and he logs into my computer, and as long as it takes him, he will get the software working. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to my mate for helping me out with that. Big thanks. Wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So yeah, cheers Zan, thanks for that, mate. And yeah, I wouldn't be able to, it would take me so long, even though I'm actually a qualified computer engineer, it would take me so long to figure out how you need to go about doing what you need to do in order to get it to work. It's just not worth, it's not worth me. I might as well pay someone to do it. It's that knows what they're doing, because even after he did it, there was an issue with the drivers and they weren't working properly, and he had to reinstall it. If that had happened to me, I would have thought, I wouldn't have known that was an issue, that it just needed to be reinstalled. It would have probably taken me longer to figure that out. So yeah, there's all these little hurdles you have to get over in order to get this software to work half the time. So it's having someone that knows this stuff is very, very handy, specifically when it comes to the automotive software. So it's asking us to switch the set ignition switch to off position. We're going to do that now. Park and brake malfunction, yes we know. And we've done that, so green tick. Install a new module in vehicle. Right then, so we're going to go round and disconnect the fitted module and connect it up to the old module and connect the new module, so you can't see. So let me just pause and I'll do that now. So old module out, sorry for the light in there. Old module out, get that to the side, then I'll try and do this one-handed, get the new module in, or sorry, connect it to the module that's fitted. About there, I think. Have I done it? Oh, can you see? Sorry. And I think that's it. I think I've got it. So I'm hoping that's okay. Let's go around. Yep, install new module in vehicle, done that. Ignition switch on. ESC service required. No parking brake malfunction though. I know it actually works because the parking brake was, I tested it once with the new module fitted, so it does actually work. Ignition switch is on. The module you're about to program has multiple internal memory locations. Blah 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 blah. Don't disconnect or turn anything off. No, we won't. Ignition switch to off. Yes. Set the ignition switch to on. Yes. Please come on. Please come on. Oh. I heard the ABS module making some funny noises. Configuring, please wait. Please, come on. Module installation complete. Check adaptive headlamps. Driver's door open. Bonnet open. We've still got the ABS light flashing. But that's it really. Run on-demand test, clear DTCs. Ignition switch to off. I'm hoping this has worked. This would be fantastic if it has. Run service functions. Apply and release the electronic parking brake. Do the valve calibration. IVT initialization sequence. Location chassis braking. So this is what we need to do. I'm just going to stop filming, take a photo of this, and then yeah, I'll be back in one sec. So I've taken a photo. I'll just click the tick. Reprogramming label, we don't need that. And that's it. Oh my god. No. That light's still flashing. Let's have a look at what fault codes we may have and see what's going on. Right, let me just have a little play and I'll be back in a sec. Right, that was quick. Back again. That was quicker than I thought. I wish I could get that photo up while I'm looking at the thing, but I believe we had to do... What do we need to do first? Do you remember what it said? Darn it. I'll have to pause again. One sec. Right, I'm back. First we have to do the apply and release test. Then we have to do the valve calibration. Then we have to do the IVD initialization sequence. It didn't say anything about the ABS bleed, did it? Did it? Let's try this first. Apply and release test. So this procedure is also called the assembly test, which performs calibrations from the initial touch point of the brake pad. Must be performed on new modules. Refer to the appropriate workshop manual for further details. Before ensure the following operation is completed. Vehicle must be in park. Ensure you are not pressing the brake pedal. Do you wish to continue? It's not in park, but yes, we wish to continue. Oh, it's going to roll back.
It may roll back. Let me just get something under the wheel. 1 sec.
So, got a trusty brick under the front wheel. And let's have a little look. Yes. Yeah, car went to roll back. Can you hear that?
What's that here?
Was that it? That's a bit strange. Try that again. Yes.
That's both of them working nicely.
I could hear it. I'm not sure if you guys could. Function complete. That's better. That's what we wanted to see. Function is now exiting. Oh no, it did it. Yeah. I was just a bit concerned of why it said that. So next we'll do the valve calibration. Service, bleed, brake. Make sure the initial conditions are met. We haven't done this. Brake bleed procedure. Let's ignition off, ignition back on. Right, we'll do the ABS service bleed. Go. Vehicle's in park, apply the parking brake. Is the parking brake on? Foot on the brake. It is now. Battery voltage greater than 10 it is. Yeah, let's do it. Ignition switch is on. Do press the brake pedal and hold. Tick to continue. I've already done this actually, to be honest, on my Autel. Yep. Yep, press it again. Now when you press tick, the pedal's actually going down to the floor. Not sure if you can see. Release the brake pedal. Yep, tick, testing. So I've actually already done this on the Autel, like I said. This procedure was in there. Press the brake pedal again, hold. It's gone to the floor again. Release the brake pedal. And that should be it. Oh, one more. Release, yeah. Can you hear that noise? It's the ABS pump. Come on. That's it. Alright then. That's done. We'd already done that. Anyway. Then we do the valve calibration, which we just tried to do. Yes, we've done the brake bleed. Pressure sensor calibration must be completed successfully when applicable. Pressure sensor calibration. Let's just go back and have a little look. Ignition off. Ignition back on. Right, let's just do it. Select one of the following. Inlet valve calibration. Yep, we'll do that. Yep, ignition's on. Please wait. Right, this is probably getting a bit boring for you guys. I'm not sure if anyone's actually enjoying watching this part or whether this is helpful at all. In fact, it's probably going to be helpful for someone, so I will carry on filming. Operation successful. So that's that done. We'll do the isolation valve as well. Ignition switch is on. Turn the light off just to let it focus a bit better. Failed to update vehicle calibration. Fault codes. Right, let's have a look at these fault codes then, see what's going on. Oh, longitudinal acceleration sensor calibration, yeah. Calibration parameter memory failure. Master cylinder isolation valve calibration. Fault code, okay. Let's see if we can do the calibration, and then we'll have a look at the longitudinal sensor calibration, and then we'll retry this procedure and we'll clear that fault. Hopefully that will help. Right, one sec.
Right then, not quite sure where I left off with the last video, but it's been a good few days since I've been on this car, maybe even a week. I've just been so busy, not had time, family commitments, etc. So I need to get this one finished up, and it's been nothing but trouble. It may well be that I can't do this one. It may have to go to Ford still. I've fitted a replacement ABS module, as I've said in the previous videos. It's come up, we went through the calibration procedure as you saw in the last video, or sorry, not the last video, previously to filming this bit. We saw that we were getting some ABS faults. Once I'd done the coding, programmed the new ABS unit into the vehicle, that seemed to go okay. Took the data from the old one, connected the new one, carried on with the procedure, and it seemed to go over okay. However, there are faults present in the ABS module. They only became present after the calibration procedure, and they're related to the isolation valve. I'll show you the faults in a second. They may well be related to the calibration procedure. They may well be related to actual faults in the module itself, because it's a second-hand module, so I don't know. We're going to carry on filming now. I'll show you the faults that are present. We'll try and clear them. If they clear and they don't come back after cycling the ignition, we may well try the calibration procedure again and see what happens. We'll start with the Autel. We'll try and clear the faults. If they clear, we'll try the calibration procedure with Ford. If they don't clear, with Ford IDS, if they don't clear, we may change the module, because I have ordered another module. Oh, that's in the way, isn't it? Silly me. Sorry about that, people. Anyway, so right then, so
to summarise, it's been about a week since I last filmed anything on this car. I can't quite remember where we left off. I've been too busy to get back on it. So I believe where we left off was I was trying to program the new module into the vehicle with the VIN data, etc. for the vehicle to start. I went through all the Ford procedures in IDS. Afterwards we got some calibration or isolation valve faults that can also be calibration faults in the ABS module. What we're going to try and do now is we're going to try and clear those faults. If the faults don't clear and they come straight back, we'll replace it with another module, because I've got another one matching, same part numbers. The second-hand one we just fitted may well be faulty, so I've got another one just in case. If the faults do clear, we'll try and go through the calibration procedure again. Fingers crossed it works, but we won't know if that's even an option yet until we try and clear these faults. So let's try and wrap this video up. It's been a good few weeks I've had this car, so I really need to get sorted. It may well be that I can't do this and it needs to go to Ford. The module fitting, bleeding of the brakes, etc. has all been done. It's just the fact that the immobiliser data or the vehicle needs, this ABS module needs to be matched into the vehicle. It's apparently been done, however the vehicle still won't start. So I did it on Ford IDS previously. I took the data from the old module, put it onto the new one, and it all worked okay. Said the procedure was successful, however it's still not starting. So let's see what's going on. It may well be that I've got to take this to Ford anyway, even if all the faults are cleared in the ABS module. So let's see what happens.
Right then, so the second replacement module's in. I'm hoping that that wasn't a waste of time and that I could have just solved those previous issues with going through the calibration procedure again, but I'm pretty sure we did that already and it didn't work. So let's change it with another module. Fingers crossed it's going to work. It's fitted. We've got the brake bleeder hooked up, pumped up to the master cylinder here. So I've just ripped off the... Oh, hello baby. Just ripped off the rear wheel using my new Kilda big impact drive. I'm going to do a video on this shortly because this is awesome. I've got the smaller one as well. I've had it for years and that's awesome too. So I'm going to do a video on Kilda tools because I think they're extremely underrated and not many people know them, but they're fantastic. So yeah, we've got the bleed nipple just there. We're going to remove that, get the air out of the system, do all four corners, and then I should be back once that's done. Right then, so a little while later, the new module's fitted. Just connected the old one, let it download the data and reconnected the new one, and now it's programming the data to the new module. Fingers crossed this goes smoothly, then we shall hopefully be able to get the vehicle started. If it doesn't start, we'll do a scan, see what happens. Well, first we've got to do some calibration procedures, but like we did in the earlier on in the video. So we're gonna have to do those again. Once they're done, we'll see if there's any other faults in the vehicle. Well, hopefully it will start. So yeah, I'll carry on filming as soon as this is finished up and I've done all the calibration procedures. It didn't work. Did the procedure, reprogrammed it. It's now coming up with incorrect VIN, but it's just been programmed from the original module into the vehicle successfully. So no idea what's going on. It may well be because I'm not using a official version of Ford IDS. I have to accept that that's a possibility, seeing as the first time it's worked correctly, second time it's not worked. The first time it did work, there was a fault with the actual module. Put a second module on, it's not worked, and there was also a fault with that module as well. I'm not sure if it's relevant or not, but it's a fault with the park brake switch circuit. That's actually working. The parking brake's working fine, no faults on the dash, no warning light on the dash for the brake system. So it may well be that it's something that can be ignored.
it's going to have to go to Ford to get programmed properly. So thankfully I will be seeing the back of this car tomorrow. I'll tow it there myself. I'm going to get it all back together now, and then yeah, gonna have to end this video here. It's literally first car I've not been able to fix in a long time. Relatively simple fault, ABS module parking brake fault. Got a new module, excuse me, and yeah, so sorry, second-hand module still not working. Got a second-hand module still not working, and it's mainly due to the VIN programming, which is why the second time it's not worked. So in future I'm going to have to in future not use second-hand parts on big jobs that require brake system bleeding. For example, well, it's going to be ABS modules mainly. I'm not going to use any more second-hand ABS modules if they have to be programmed, because it's too risky for the amount of work that's involved. You might as well just get a new one, take it to the dealer, get them to do it all in one go, even though it's going to cost thousands more. Unfortunately, yeah, it's something that I'm not going to be able to get involved with in future. I'm just going to advise customers. I'll diagnose the fault, and then if they ever get ABS module faults where they're programmed to the vehicle, I'm going to have to say take it to the main dealer, because you can't get involved with something like this again. Just took too long. No companies can repair these modules. No one can test them. Seems to be, yeah, and I've had two faulty used ones, so it may well be that there's just a common problem with these specific modules. So God knows. I'm not sure if anyone else out there has had issues with ABS modules on this sort of age of Ford, 2016 onwards, sort of around there. But yeah, could well be a common fault that I'm overlooking here. But yeah, we'll end the video here. Could not fix this one. Well, I could half fix it, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what happens when it goes to Ford. See if they can. Obviously, they said it's no issue for them to program a second-hand module into the vehicle. So fingers crossed they get it done and the vehicle starts, and customers will be happy with a working parking brake, which was the only reason we had to change it. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps us greatly, and encourages me to make more videos on these of this type of topic and nature. Hope you've enjoyed watching. It was a bit of a long-winded video, this one, obviously with recording over a long period of time. Stop start, not really know where I've left off. So next video will be a bit more concise and a bit more to the point. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Oh yeah, please like and subscribe.